Okay, the next thing we're going to talk about is editing the course settings. So, as I mentioned in the previous video, you've got just an empty default looking course here. A couple things to notice before we go into the settings area is that the layout is currently set in the weeks format. You'll notice that each one of these blocks here have a 1 week date associated with them. And that's fine if that's what your preference is, but most people prefer to be able to put it into what we call topics format, and that way each one of these blocks can represent a particular lesson plan or a particular overall theme or topic within your course. So just take note of that as we go into the settings, and I'll show you where those kinds of settings can be changed. So under the administration block, I'm looking for edit settings. I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And several things right off the bat that I can change. First of all, the course full name. This is what appears on your main Moodle server, and also what appears on the top of your course up here. That can be edited. So if I want to add maybe my name as part of the as being the teacher of it, that's fine. I can do that here. The course short name I can also edit. The course short name shows up in the breadcrumb trail, so you see where I'm hovering my mouse right now on Tech 101-Frost. So that is my course short name. The course short name has to be unique to the entire Moodle server, so you can't have 10 different course short names that are all ELA 1 or ELA grade 9 or something like that. They each have to be somehow unique. The course category you may or may not have any control over. I'm just going to skip by that because typically that's something you'll leave alone. The course start date, this may be a very old date, especially if you have a course that was restored for you or a course that you've used over and over again. But this will determine what those topic boxes are labeled as if you're in the date format. So this typically you want to have match up with the actual dates of your or the start date of your course. It's not a major disaster if it doesn't. The course description, this information will show up on the main Moodle page when you're looking through the course categories. It's optional information, but that is where it shows. So I'm going to go down here and you'll see lots of other choices, and each of these, notice how they have the arrow next to them. As I click, they'll expand out and show me the options. So this is the one I was talking about earlier, the format. The weekly format is where you see all of the dates on the boxes. As I mentioned, most people really prefer the topics format, so I'm going to go ahead and change that and it refreshed my screen there. Before I go on, I'm going to go ahead and hit Save Changes just so you can see what that change did. You see now that they're all just labeled Topic 1 through Topic 10. Notice there are 10 topic boxes. I'll show you how to change that in just a second as well. These topic names you can change if you so choose, and I will show you in a little while how to do that as well. So I'm going to go back under Edit Settings, back under Course Format. As I said, we're in topics format now, and this is where you control how many topic boxes you have. So if I really want to just start small, maybe I'm only going to have 4 topic boxes, I can hit that. I'll hit Save Changes so you can see the change that made. Notice it instantly changed it. You can always add more later. You can actually have it set to be less than the number of topics that you actually have created. So for example, if you had 10 topics already created and you change this down to 4, topics 5 through 10 would suddenly disappear. The good news is it doesn't delete them, they just simply are not visible to you or the students. So if that happens, this is where you'll have to go and make that change. I'm going to skip past the rest in the interest of time. Under Appearance, we can adjust the theme. Typically, your Moodle server has a theme to it. It defines like the colors and those types of things. I would start with just the basic default theme for now, and you can always come back later. Show gradebook for students by default is set to yes. Unless you're not doing any grading, I would typically leave that on. Files and uploads, a maximum upload size. This you'll see has lots of different options to it, and this determines what for your course the maximum size of a file is that both you can upload and a student can upload. So if you're finding that you're trying to upload a PDF file or a video of some sort and it's not allowing you because of the size of that file, this is where that change could be made. Now you may not be able to make it big enough. You may have to talk to your Moodle administrator because that person can control what the maximum setting is for you. You'll find later on when we get into dealing with assignments that you can define individual student assignments to have a smaller maximum upload size than this. So this is sort of the biggest you want anything to be within Moodle, either from you or from the student. So I'm going to leave that as is. I'm not going to get into all of these. Guest access. Do you want somebody that doesn't have a login to the Moodle server to be able to still get into your course? You can set that to yes or no. Even if it's on yes, they can't see quizzes, they can't see grades, they can't see anything that like forums they can't participate in. They would be able to see the links that you've put out there, and anything you've embedded on the course, but it would be somewhat limited. So if I set that to yes, and then I could choose whether I want to have a password or not. So maybe I want my the parents of the students in the course to have guest access, but I don't want the whole world to have it. I could set that to yes, and then I could assign a password. Maybe I'll just put in the word parent. And if I'm not sure if I typed it right, I can always hit unmask and it'll tell me. It is case sensitive, as are all passwords in Moodle, so you want to make sure that the parents know that if they don't type it all lowercase in this particular instance, that it will not work. One other thing that you may have noticed as we're going through all these question marks, if you're not sure what a particular item is, you can always hit the question mark and it'll tell you exactly what that particular item does. Groups, if you have, let's say, 3 hours of the same exact course, but it's obviously different students in the 3 hours, you can turn on group access, and then you can that will allow you to use the same course for all 3 hours without you needing to have 3 separate courses. The students, as far as things like forums, chats, their assignments, all those types of things will be kept in separate groups, so that just like you'd have in your paper grade book, they're not all intermingled with each other, but it allows you to have a single Moodle course for multiple hours of the day. In role renaming, I highly advise that you don't make any changes there. So I'm going to go ahead and hit Save Changes. And you'll see that one of the first changes I had made was adding the hyphen frost on the course full name. So you'll see that that's there. As you know, we changed it to topic format and we limited ourselves to just 4 topics. So those are the main things that you may need to deal with in the course settings at a basic level.